Bernie Sanders recently tweeted, "Think about this. There is not a single state or county in America today where a full-time worker making minimum wage can afford the rent for a 2-bedroom home." Does that sound remotely acceptable to you? Now, a lot of people will say, "That's crazy socialism, Bernie. Why should a minimum wage worker even have a 2-bedroom home?" Well, funny enough, Adam Smith, who is often referred to as the father of modern economics or the father of capitalism, held a very similar opinion that he expressed in his most popular work, The Wealth of Nations. Smith writes, "A man must always live by his work, and his wages must at least be sufficient to maintain him. They must even upon most occasions be somewhat more. Otherwise, it would be impossible for him to bring up a family, and the race of such workmen could not last beyond the first generation." So even Adam Smith, the supposed founder of capitalism, understood that workers need to be able to make at least enough to sustain themselves and start a family if they want to.
This is a growing problem, and it's only getting worse. There is no state in the country where you can survive on minimum wage, because the federal minimum wage is only $7.25. If the minimum wage was keeping up with inflation over the years, it would be close to $30 now. Meanwhile, rents have been increasing steadily over the past few decades, and they've grown 4 times as fast as wages have. I wrote about this over on Substack not too long ago. I was alarmed because new data showed that the national median monthly payment for rent exceeded $2,000 in May for the first time ever. And it's growing rapidly because just last year in May, it was around $1,700. That's a 15% increase year over year. People's wages certainly don't increase 15% year over year. You're lucky if you do. Don't take that for granted, but that is extremely rare for someone's income to rise that fast in 1 year. In some states, it exceeded beyond 15%. In Boston, it's 17% in 1 year. In New York, it's 24%. Miami is 29%. Cincinnati and Seattle are at 32% in 1 year. And Austin, Texas, which is a popular destination for people leaving California, their rents are up nearly 48% in 1 year. That is totally unsustainable because, again, wages don't keep up with it, and certainly not the minimum wage. So what they're doing is pricing out the working class. But a lot of those jobs in cities, especially service and retail jobs, rely on people in the working class to fill those roles. So what you're doing is making it harder for them to even live in the communities where they work. Now, the Bureau of Labor Statistics found that wages are down around 3% from this time last year. You know, a lot of that's inflation, a lot of that's the increased cost of things, but also employers just aren't that generous. We saw a ton of corporate greed over the past couple years. Shareholders are doing great, executives are doing great, the workers are not. But if you rent, things are especially hard because 23.4 million people who rent spent over half their income on their rent. And that's what he's talking about in this TikTok, that when you have wages that are so inferior and so substandard, that all of their money goes toward paying for things like this, it makes it harder for them to experience any upward mobility, to support their family, and even survive. You know, these people are cost burdened by the cost of their rent, and that's totally unfair. So raising the minimum wage is one thing, but we have to look at the overall issue of cost of living in this country. Because if corporations have enough money and enough resources to do stock buybacks and give giant bonuses to their executives, they have enough money to pay their workers more.